So those of us who are in Christ according to the law of Christ, as walking in the law of the Spirit of the life in Christ, also understand that we are not under the law of the fleshy inner aim, the carnal commandment, which were given through the covenant of Moses, in what are termed just adequacies, plural, orders, requirements, which opposes the law of the Spirit of the life in Christ through one just adequacy. We'll first understand that even those who kept the just adequacies of the law of Moses unblameable will not be justified in spirit, as ones allotting with the holy ones. And why is this? Well, because out of the works of the law of Moses, every flesh will not be justified in the eye of him. So we have to understand the difference between the just adequacies of the law of Moses and the one just adequacy of Christ, where out of the total 10 occurrences of this Greek noun dikaioma, the ones that I've highlighted in black accord with the law of Moses. Here in Hebrews chapter 9, where dikaioma is found in the plural, involved worship service as just adequate orders on account of the flesh, fleshy inner aim, Hebrews 7:16, where Zechariah and Elizabeth were both said to be unblameable in keeping such requirements and orders down opposite God, where again, even as unblameable, out of the works of the law, every flesh will not be justified according to law, accordingly allotting Aeonian life in Christ. Where if up to this point in this video you agree with me and you do not nullify the Apostle Paul as a prophet of God, then you should have a serious problem with the book of Revelation. Because out of the 10 total occurrences of the Greek word dikaioma, are found 2 more occurrences of the plural just adequacies in the book of Revelation, which opposes the law of Christ, according to one just adequacy, that being Christ. The law according allotment of his glory in the holy ones, Ephesians 1:18, is not referring to the law of Moses, but the law of the Spirit of the life in Christ, the law of Christ, the law of the faithing, according to a better covenant which has been law set on account of better promises. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 6. So there is no such thing as just adequacies of the holy ones. Where don't confuse the fact that the law is holy, but we are of flesh. So the problem isn't with the law of God, but with the flesh and its ability to try to keep the law of fleshy inner aim, carnal commandments, according to just adequacies of orders and requirements, which under that system of law established a law of righteousness according to self-righteousness. So again, where Zechariah and Elizabeth were said to be unblameable down opposite God, according to the just adequacies of the law, well, the Apostle Paul, when looking back to his relationship to the law as a Pharisee, he said the same, where he says, whatever was gained to me, this I have counted as loss because of Christ, to be found in him, not having my righteousness, which is self-righteousness, that is out of law, the law of Moses, and not through the faithing of Christ. So in contrast to just adequacies, requirements, orders, all the plurals, we have one just adequacy in Christ, singular, as seen in the context of the verses that I did not highlight in black. One side concerns the just adequacies of the law of carnal commandments, left named. The other side concerns the one just adequacy which is in Christ through faithing. The one just adequacy, the right hand. Again, it's all according to the right hand, left named paradigm, where I'll say it again. If you agree with the Apostle Paul, deeming his unblameability in the law of just adequate orders as being mongrel castings, you absolutely have to disagree with the 2 occurrences of the plural just adequacies in the book of Revelation the same context of Luke chapter 1, verse 6, in the same context of Hebrews chapter 9, as well as Romans chapter 2, verse 26. Think about it.